I got the clutches and clutch plates. Soaking in air. You're soaking real good too. You want to cover all of the clutches, y'all. Submerge them. Alright, we coming. We gonna put the sleeve on, and then we gonna come back with the crank bearing seal. We gonna put him in place too. There you go, right there. Now we gonna come back and we gonna tap on it. You ain't gotta tap hard. You tap soft all the way around though. You want it flush. Alright, now here goes the crank gear. So we gonna put our crank gear, line it up with the splines. Now we gonna jam it on there. Jam it good. You ain't gotta tap soft. You tap hard. You wanna make sure it's nice and flush. You're gonna be in trouble. Don't gotta be him. You gotta be him, gang. Got to, baby.
Huh? How y'all doing out there today, good people?
What's up, YouTube? Mr. Random checking in. So today we're gonna try to install our clutch basket and our clutches on this two-stroke Yamaha Yz 125. So first we're gonna go ahead on by installing our retaining clip. We're gonna put us just a dab on our screw. Go ahead on and put him in place. Alright guys, so we got him nice and snug. We also need to lock this here bolt down right here that's holding this gear on our crank. Don't take my advice on this one, but we just gonna grab this gear and we're gonna go ahead and snug this bolt. The main thing, you don't wanna strip that gear. Alright, so we got him pretty tight. Now this here is a spring that's connected to our shifting mechanism. We're gonna make sure it's nice and snug as well. There you go. Alright, so before we get started, we're gonna go ahead on and install our kickstart gear. So it pretty much just slides right in place. It'll fall in line, but then you gotta bring this pin, rotate it to this hole right here. So we're gonna grab that with some needle nose pliers and rotate this pin in the hole towards the front of our motor. So you'll grab it. Let's see if Mike can get it by hand. Okay, now we got our pin in there. All the way in. Okay. So we have our kickstart gear in place, and we can go ahead and try it out. Put our arm on there, and we should see our gear kick out and turn the flywheel. So you see your gear kick out. It's kind of pulling the whole shaft out because the case isn't in place, but you definitely can see it's working. We don't have our other half of the case on, so the gear is trying to come out of there.
But you see how it's working, guys. So our kickstart gear is in place. Okay, she's in there nice and tight. Now we're gonna go ahead and install our basket. You see we got a washer already on there. We got our sleeve we're gonna install. Spray a little curl on our shaft. We're gonna throw our sleeve on there. Okay, now with the our basket, we have the needle roller bearing that goes on as well. Hit it with some more curl. We're gonna rotate that. Now we're gonna go ahead on and install our basket. And a common problem with these baskets, the clutches are known to make grooves in the basket and that'll cause the clutch to stick. This here is an aftermarket basket, but that's a common problem that a lot of these guys have with the two-strokes, with the sticking clutches. It tends to be the basket. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead on and push our basket on, and you may have to turn it to line up with your crank gear and your transmission gear on that back side. Just turn it a little bit. Okay, now we in there. We went right in. We went right in there. Okay, nice and tight. Okay. What's going on here? Okay. All right. Now, there's another washer that's gonna go on. It's gonna go on in the inside of your basket. And now comes your clutch plate. So we're gonna put our plate on. It's definitely important to have that washer because you don't want these plates to get tight. They turn, you know, against each other. So we're gonna install our keeper. We're gonna put our center nut on. All right, now we're gonna go ahead on and install our clutches. Now we're gonna start off with a fiber because the plate is known for one. You see it's smooth, just like our pressure plates. All right, guys, so we got our clutches soaking right here. So we're gonna start with a fiber. And I kind of had left them all together from when I removed them. So we're gonna start with a fiber. We got a steel plate. Fiber. Your steel plate. And you wanna inspect them, you know. Of course, inspect everything. And I noticed the problem that we had with the other engine. It was a bearing inside the transmission. It was a transmission bearing that had failed. So hopefully we have this thing up on the road pretty soon. I'm gonna try to lay that paint on that dirt bike frame early tomorrow. I need to order the gasket for this side of the case. I have one actually right here, but they have a little split on it and it's used, and I mean we got time, you know. There's time we can look over everything and make sure it's perfect and right. Don't wanna rush with nothing. Take your time, do it the right way. That way you ain't gotta go back and mess with it again. I've been having these clutches soaking for a good while now. I've been, you know, really focused on that car, but Now it's crunch time, y'all. We mid-year, you know. In June, next thing you know, Christmas is gonna be here, and 2020 is gonna be over, and we're gonna all be facing the same thing that we was facing before, you know. We'll be facing. So you gotta make that change. With that being said, you gotta make that decision and get out here and make that change. Cause if you're doing the same thing, ain't nothing gonna change. You gotta do something different. So we got our last clutch right there. Got our last fiber. We're gonna set him on there. So that's nice and that's nice and juicy. That's nice and juicy. Everything nice and tight. I think we're gonna have a good build here, guys. I think we're gonna have a good one here. All right. All right, guys. So now we're gonna go ahead on and bend the side of this washer back flush with our nut. I guess this is to lock the size of the nut, just in case it won't spin on you. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead on and install our cover plate. So you got a washer on the back side. There's another needle bearing, and on this pin, it is geared, which is for our clutch. So all of this is just gonna sit right up against the stud on our transmission. So once we got that in place, now we're gonna go ahead on and install our springs, which is just sitting once again in some transmission fluid. We just want to go ahead on and give them some energy. Okay. Now these bolts, they just Phillip head bolts. Go ahead and put them all in, get them started. It's nothing special. So this is completely a whole another engine from the one I was running before, and on this one it had a crank bearing failure. Transmission was good. We didn't replace the transmission bearing in the other case yet, but I'm sure we will get to that. As you can see, I'm just using a flathead screwdriver. Nothing wrong with using regular tools every once in a while. You know, you don't always have to have the electric and the air tools. It may take a little time, but you just gotta know how to work it, you know? And things, especially circular objects, I just like to make it a practice and go in there and start patterning, you know?
Really want to make it a habit to try to start screws by hand and torque them by hand as well, because it's very easy to strip a bolt. Okay, we got our cover on, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's your man, Mr. Random, checking in.
Well, actually checking out.
We got our clutch basket installed without gears. I showed you guys common problems that a lot of people have with these baskets as far as their gears getting stuck. We installed our shift gear. We installed our retaining plate for our crank seal, and you seen the crank gear get installed as well. So, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, and share the video, y'all. Mr. Random, we're going to be back for more. 2020, let's go.